So this is 2023, okay, question 7. This is probably the trickier of the ones that we've seen so far of the same topic, because what's different about this is it's not just got a varying interest rate over the duration, but it's also got a number of different deposits that you have to take into account. So let's have a wee look at it now. You've got Taylor, and it's got a savings account 1st of April, and initial deposit of £400. What we've got down here is we've got all the different interest rates and the duration when they come into effect. Taylor makes another deposit of £200 and then another one of £250. Okay, so again, I'm just going to draw a wee timeline. Give me some space at the top and some space at the bottom. Okay, so let's just draw it here. Okay, and I'll get rid of the ruler. Now, what we've got is the first deposit. Okay, just keep myself right, and that is the 1st of April. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a wee arrow here. January, February, March, April. Okay, so that's the first of the 4, and that was 21. Now that's a deposit of £400. So I'm just got the top of the line. I've got the deposits or the withdrawals and what dates they happen. Okay, we've then got another one in the 1st of August. Okay, so that's the 1st of August, and that time, this time it is £200. And then you've got one, the next year is going to be the 1st of April. So that's a year after you put the initial deposit in, or the initial deposit, and that's £250. Not 500, 250. Okay, now what we're then going to do is just have a wee look into the account and the 31st of July. Okay, so we'll just have a wee look to see how much money they've got. Okay, now just to keep ourselves right, that's 4 months. That's 8 months. And then you've got another 4 months. Now the bottom of the line, okay, or underneath the line, I'm going to just do the time frames where the different interest rates change. Okay, so let's have a wee look. Right, so what we've got, the 1st of April. Okay, so that's where it starts. Okay, 1st of April 21 to the 31st. Okay, so the 31st of January. Okay, so I'm just going to put the line about here. Okay, so that's the 31st of January 22. Now that is going to be, and again, you don't need to put the brackets or anything like that. Okay, that's actually going to be 10 months. And what you have to make sure that you look at what day. Sometimes it's the 1st of the month, or sometimes it's the last. Obviously, if it's the last of the month, we're adding 1 month to it, and that's at 1.2%. Okay, and that's per year. We've then gone from the 1st of February, okay, essentially just after the 31st, obviously, and to the 1st of August. Okay, now we're looking at, takes you right up to when we're actually looking in to see how much we've got. So, because we're looking from the 1st of August, okay, and we're looking at the account in the 31st of July, okay. So that is going to be how many months? That's going to be 6 months. And that's going to be 0.11%. And that's per month. So just the last wee bit was a bit confusing myself then. So that's when we're looking at into the account, and that's when this 0.11% ends, okay, so that's where that covers, and that's where that comes in, okay. Now, what we then do is we're then going to work out, well, how many, we know the duration that's been in for, okay, so we're then going to have to work out, well, how many months has it been in at what percent, and then how many months at the other percent. So let's look at the 400. Okay, so £400. Now, this is when it's good using the bottom part, okay, so that multiplier is 1.012, okay. Now that's been in for 10 months. Okay, so it's been in for 10 months. Now its effective rate of interest is per year, okay, so that is going to be 10 over 12. It's then had another effective rate of interest, okay, for 6 months, so that's going to be times 1.0011, okay, so that's going to be for 6 months, and that's it's per month, so that's to the power of 6. And we multiply that together, and that tells you how much this £400 is gained in interest, which isn't much, but that's quite realistic. We then look at the 200, so we've looked at that one. Let's look at the £200. So there's 200. Now that's going to be, okay, so what we've got here is we've got 6 months, okay, so it's in for the whole year. The first 6 months is going to be at 1.012, and then the rest of the time is going to be in at 0.11%. You see how these two are the same, okay, and then that's 202.53, and then you've got £250. That's in for 4 months altogether, so that's within that time frame of the 0.11%, okay, so that's 1.0011, and that's to the power of 4, and that's £251.10, okay. And what you then just do is you then just add these up, okay. So I find these ones the trickier ones because your interest rate's varying, but also how much money you're putting in, okay. It's not just one lot at the very start. So if we add up all these together, okay, that should give you £860.30.